Create broadcast and start streaming. Well, it's time once again for another Torin Draws Some Stuff. Now, this stuff that I'm drawing today has been mostly already drawn, so that's fun. But we're going to work on it because I need to update some things, and I need to do it quick. Is just around the corner. Hello. Reconnection successful. I didn't realize I unconnected. Yeah. So here we have a design. This was a design I did for CamCon, the game convention in Kamloops. And as one of my provisions, as always, when I do work for our good friends at CamCon, I say after you're done, after the convention's over, I'd like to use it for my own stuff. So we are going to make this into a t-shirt for my band, my rock and roll band, the Darkest of the Hillside Thickets. You know what? You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to go to my Discord, because I do have a Discord, but there's also a Darkest of the Hillside Thickets Discord. Let me see if I can plug this in here. Yes, here we go. Maybe some people are awake. It's 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. So East Coast would be like what? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11:30. So maybe some people are sleepy. But that's fine. We are going to do the drawing regardless or irregardless, if that's the kind of floating boating. So this, what am I doing here? Let me show you. This is different colors. So yeah, let's use this one. Just for the purposes of illustration, here is the design in glorious blue and yellow and orange. You can ignore the colors, but it is, this is the Star Behemoth, my interpretation of the Star Behemoth from the 2002 role-playing game Spaceship Zero, based on, which comes as a supplementary product to the Spaceship Zero original motion picture soundtrack by my band, the Darkest of the Hillside Thickets. So we are going to turn this, my original idea, as you can see, is just to not have the band name on the shirt at all. I thought that would be kind of like, inside baseball. You're really cool if you wear a band t-shirt that doesn't have the actual band name on it. So I think that's an option. And maybe that'll be, if I still have the black and white one around somewhere, the one I started with. Nope. There's just so many different options. So maybe I might still do this one with the red text as maybe like a limited edition kind of a thing, because we have our threadless website, which maybe I should put in. Why don't I put that in the chat here, just so it's there. Threadless, there it is. As I have with the past few designs, sometimes we'll do a different color variation to the main shirt that's like a limited edition. So maybe this will be one of those. And I think we'll have, at this point, that'll make 3 limited edition shirts that we have. And I think before the holiday, just in time to order for the holidays, because you got to order your shirts and make sure you have enough time to send them through the mail for Cthulhumas time. What was I going to say? I might make all of the limited edition. I might activate all the limited edition shirts that I have deactivated. So they're back. They were limited, and then they were gone. But now maybe they're back again. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So as you can see, we have. Let's get to our actual. This is our actual file. This is the color scheme I'm going to go with. So, and what we're doing today, simply, ever so simply, is we're just going to change the text. So we're getting rid of, we're not doing Star Behemoth. And actually also, here's the orange planet. We need to make the orange planet, which is not orange. We need to make it blue, the same color, because we don't want that too. Is that locked? It looks locked. So if we go like that, there. Problem solved. Good, 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 good. So now we have two options. We can do... I both love and sometimes hate the fact that... mostly I love. 87% I love the fact that my band name is super long and hard to remember and takes up a lot of space in the marquee. But also when I'm designing a t-shirt, it's just a lot more work to put the band name on here. So let's imagine, yes, here was my original, and we can use this layer. All right. Yeah, that was the, I think this is not an actual font, is it? No, I just drew, no, I remember now. I was looking at, let me see if I can grab my reference for you. Yeah, let me see. Oops, wrong. So no, I don't want you. Where are you? Come on over here. I want you over here. And I want you up here, back where you were. Get back there, you crazy thing. Let's go to, there it is. Let's, oh, I already had it in the file. Here is the font I liked was from, this is from an old movie called Unknown World. And so this is, what's this? No, I don't need that. Don't think, why do I have that? What's that for? Maybe I was just grabbing a color. So there's that one, but then there's also this one, which I do need to drag in. It's very, very similar, but a little bit different, as you can see. Similar, but different. This one, the black and white one, is a little more... It's all kind of, it's still drippy at the bottom, but it's almost like icicles. I don't know. Anyway, that's not important. So if we take this Star Behemoth and actually, you know what I will do? Bring it back for a second and let's put, I don't know if we need, maybe, no, never mind. Disregard. Delete. And let me just get rid of these for the moment. And let me, this is going to be the very edge of the print. We can go over the edge, but right now, the actual edge is like, as you can see, the edge of the, this is the threadless template I'm using for their, that they provide from their website. But if we were to keep the band name so that it doesn't extend past the live area of the drawing, what would that look like, I wonder? Let's do the Spaceship Zero version first, because that is... Let me type that in. No, this is just toast. This is just the toast. Topsed is also fine. We'll make that our red layer. We'll go to red. And let's see. Actually, let's maybe... Maybe we type it out. Let's see what happens. Spaceship Zero. I don't know what font this is. This is Hit Me Punk. And let's take it from 10 to 60. No, let's take it all the way to the top. 72 seems to be the highest they go. But that's not gonna be, that's no good. We want something that's a little more even. So what do we have? What else do we have? Spaceship, Bates shower. Let me try that. You go down to, now go back down to 72. That's a little, I mean, that's cool right there, but this is somebody else's font that I don't, I'm sure it's like shareware or something, or it's by donation. I can use it for commercial purposes. I get most of my fonts off of defont.com. But I'm just trying to figure out, this is not the font I'm going to go with. I just want to figure out roughly, I want to get something that's more uppy down. I mean, I can always stretch it uppy downy too. But a little more closer together. Maybe this is the one. Yeah, I think that's the one. This will be a good guideline for us. I feel like the kerning needs to be adjusted. But if that was, let's go ahead and make it taller. And then Let me look at my reference, my unknown world reference. I don't know. I feel like, whoops, wrong layer. Let's get back. Let's see. Let me size it down and see what happens. How many letters are unknown? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many in Spaceship? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we bring the U or the N to the H. And I feel like we need to bring those. Yeah, we need to adjust the kerning. Oh, the kerning, my friends. So let's do that. So let's take our, this will be, we'll use this as the, and what is it here? Is it this one? Is this it? Let's go -5. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's go -25. Let's go. Is it actually changing the space between the letters? I guess we'll find out. Let's go to 100. Yes, so now they're touching. So that, we don't want 100. We don't want them to touch. 75, still touching. Maybe 50 is the one. All right, so 50 is the one. Pretty great. That's pretty great. So that gives us our guideline. Yeah, and let's go ahead and I feel like, I mean, I guess it's fine. It doesn't need to match exactly, right? Pardon me. Didn't mean to burp. I didn't mean to. It just happened. Yeah, okay. So let's say, yeah, let's say that is, let's zoom out. Let's see how it looks. And what color will the text be? It's not going to be red. It'll be white with black around it, maybe? This is all decisions I need to make. Okay, I think we can get rid of this now for the time being. Spaceship Zero. I'm going to zoom out even more. Zooming out. Yeah, okay. Let's make it a little less. Oops. A little less. Yeah, something like that. Spaceship Zero. Okay, cool. Spaceship Zero. All right, so we have that. So maybe I'll just save this as, god damn it, SSZ toast, because it's going to be toast pretty quick. But let's copy it, duplicate layer, and we're going to call it the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. TDOATHC. Arctic Black. Hello, hello, welcome to the chat. Yes, you recognize this design, indeed, as I was saying before you popped in. This is from CamCon originally created for CamCon, and now can be on Thickets t-shirt. So now let's change this to the darkest of the Hillside. This is not going to work, but I just want to, oh my god, I'm having problems. Why is it typing 0? Hill LLSIDE. What's going on? Okay. Hang on. Oh, it's James from CamCon. Hello. I did see your text message, but I've been so busy. But yes, let's talk about CamCon 2026. Yes. All right. Hillside Thickets. Where did that L come from? This crazy program. Oh, okay. L. Okay. So this is obviously not going to go out here, but I just want to, we're just going to imagine it will. Zoom out. I need to zoom out. And now there's a Z. So if this were going up there, and where's the S on the end of thickets? My God. S. Lord help me. How am I going to do this? Of course, I could split it up of the Hillside Thickets. No worries. I know you'll get back to me. I will. Give me time. This is very time sensitive because I want to get it on the Threadless website before the whole Cthulhu season is over. And people said, I would have bought your shirt, but I didn't have time. So I don't want people to give me that excuse. So now what we got to do is we got to go back into the, I closed the window. What is it? The character window? Yes. So now, I don't know what, 18? No, that's wrong. 60? No. 72? Okay. Let's go 222. 222. Nope. Let's go 111. Okay, we're getting close. Let's go 130. No, let's go 125. 125. A little closer, I think. 120. 120? What did I do? 120. 120. Yeah, sure. Okay, so if that's the case, I feel like we don't have enough real estate on the shirt for that. So we I either squash it like this, which I'm not super excited about. Could also just go outside, go all the way to the edge of the t-shirt here. And then I'm not super excited about that either, to be quite honest, but maybe split the difference. Something like that. What have I done for other shirts? There's the question. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at some other t-shirts. T-shirt designs by the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. Insect God? No. Trevor Tentacles? Sure, we can take a look at that. This is the one where, okay, this is not applicable because the band name is all over the entire shirt. Worship Me Like a God. Let's take a look at Worship Me Like a God shirt. Oh no, there is no. Okay, no. It's this one here. Hang on. Since we're here, I want to show you. It's all TIFFs. I'll just show you this whole page. So on the front, there's two different versions. On the front, we had the Fat Cthulhu logo, which is this guy right here. Can I get any bigger? No. And then we had another version where it was the Darkest Tough the Hillside Thickets, which is not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Where the Great Old Ones Are, The Shadow of Tim, Master Side, Cthulhu Against Darkness, Relia Calling, Rocktopus. Let me look at that one. Oh, this one was a fun one. That one, that's a fun one. I like that shirt design, but I feel like I didn't really know what I was doing when I made that. Cthulhu Palooza? Nope. What's the more recent one I've done? Cthulhu in Relia. Oh yeah, there's that one. That's not applicable either. Trevor Henderson. Oh, that was a cool one. That's a cool shirt. And we did glow in the dark versions of that, which was very cool. There's this one. So this one, yeah. We're getting there here. This is not quite the design we went with, but it was close. So it has the darkest on the front and the Hillside Thickets on. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe that is what we do. So let me close all these things. Closey. So maybe we do, yeah, that might be the ticket. That might be the thicket. Okay. So let me Let me copy. I want to duplicate the layer. Yes. And then this one will be the front. Boop. And we'll make it, I don't know, blue. Purpley blue. Doesn't matter. We're just figuring things out. So there is the darkest of the, and so then this one is just going to be Hillside Thickets. And it can stay red. That's fine. So now if this goes down here, and the darkest of the stays up there. Oops, 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 oops. I always have trouble with the layers. I want to... Where's the thing that makes it centered? Select. I can't remember. We'll figure out that later. It's not important right now. So then we move all the other parts up. So close. Something like that. Oh, man, what a pain in the ass this band name is. But I mean, here's what I could do. Let me sketch it out. Let me sketch out something. So we'll make this red. We'll make this, I don't know, pink, whatever. So it could be, sure, that's fine for now. Let me make it, yeah, like about that. So it could be, what I did was the other one was like a kind of like that kind of a shape. Here, let me look at it again. Yeah. So it was a slight arch on the bottom. The top was straight across, and then an arch on the bottom. Butt it up, butt it up. So I could do something like that for this. The darkest. But I could also put of and the above each other over here, which would give us more room for darkest. We could make darkest quite big. We could also do the this way to make even more confusing. The darkest, like something like that. No, let's not do the darkest uppy downy. Let's do the, even though it's such a, I don't know. Maybe it is an important word. I was going to say it's an unimportant word, but give the some credit. I always get pedantic when we see our name in print for a review or something, and the reviewer says it's darkest of the Hillside Thickets. No, it's the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. That's the name of the band. It's like, it's not Beatles, it's the Beatles. So come on. So and then I guess even though this has a bit of an arch, this one would just be straight across. And I still feel like we need. Oops, I missed it. I mean, I don't know why I'm drawing this all out when I can just take the Hillside Thickets and stretch it up. I feel like that's a decent. Get it right to the bottom. We don't have any margins on this because it's gonna be print on a T-shirt, and the T-shirt could be any color. It could be white. It could be pink. So that's something we also have to think of. I might just have to shrink everything. So let me put all these together in a group. Oh, no, I'm not missing anything. I'm missing my, where is my planet? Orange planet. There it is, orange planet. I'm just going to call it planet because it's not orange anymore. Planet. I really should just put it together with the... Maybe I'll do that now. Okay, so it's going together with the teal, right? Right. We're going to merge those two layers right now. Now, there we go. So now, let me bring my black background back. If I make this a little smaller, something like that, and we'll make them, we'll do the registration for the center line later. Then I think that gives us more wiggle room. More room for the text. Let's do it. I think we do it. I say yes. But I want to make this, I want to make it. No, that's fine. I was going to like make the thickets even wider, but I realized because I shrunk the main image, the new borders, the new edges would be more or less here. All right, so I do need to, what is it I'm looking for? There's a tool to make this, layer? Where is it? There's, or maybe what do I do? I used to know how to do it and then I forgot. Image. Do I need to go onto the transform? No. Nope, that's not what I want. There is a tool. A certain tool. Well, this is very exciting while I look through menus. I've done it before. I know I have. I just forgot how to do it. Maybe is it because... Here, let me try this one. Bicubic? No. What's that? What's that thing? No. That's not helpful. Is that it? No. Don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay. I'm going to go onto the internet. How to line up... what do you call it? What do you call it? Align. A-line. How to align center layer in Photoshop. I think that's what I want. Press Control A to select the whole... What? The slow way. And line up the handles in the middle of the guide. New guide. Oh, what? Command T. I don't know. I don't have a command. Alt Command D. The keyboard shortcut is center horizontally vertical. Alt Command once. Command. Command. What keyboard is command? This is useless. Useless. Align. Align. Okay. Layer. Align. Where is it? I don't see it. Choose layer, align, or layer, align, layer. So layer. Do you see align layers? Smart objects, video layers? No. Ungroup layers? No. Arrange? No. Align. There it is. Why is it? Oh, damn you. Is it because? Layer. No, why doesn't it let me? Why? Control T. No. There was a... Oh, damn it. This is annoying. This is super annoying. Now I'm watching a video. Now we're watching a live stream of me watching a video.
Hey there, this is Unmesh. Today we're going to learn how to center anything in Photoshop.
So
I
exciting.
should rephrase that. How to center anything in Photoshop. What do I mean? I have
Okay, this is a 10-minute long video.
Might use.
Just show me.
Or if you're using a Mac, press Command A. Whole of the frame will be selected. Then select the Move tool This is the
The move tool. There it is. There it is. There it is. Move. Yeah. There we go. Is it work? Did it work? Move. No. Group. These are the buttons up here, but nothing's happening. Let me try. Why is it not? Why? Control T. Move. Why? Why is it not letting me? Damn you! Photoshop. I've done this before.
If you press this, the text will be aligned horizontally. The other way is pretty easy. Press Control A. And then select the whole of the canvas.
Right.
How to do that? There are two ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Select the rectangular marquee tool and select the whole of the canvas.
No, I just Control A. That's the way to do it.
Well, the other way is pretty easy. Press Control A.
Yeah.
Or if you are using a Mac, press Command A. Whole of the frame will be selected. Then select the Move tool. This is the Move tool.
I select the Move tool, but okay.
If you press
There we go. It worked that time. I don't know what I did different.
Will be aligned.
I guess I just had to be watching the video while I did it. Okay, so that's aligned. Great. Love it. Everything. Let me just undo to make sure. Yes, everything moved. Step forward. Step forward. Redo alignment. So it's horizontally aligned. That's all I want. I don't need it to be vertically aligned. I'm happy. So let's now start actually drawing the letters. So we have our, pardon me, there's the star behemoth. Let me save my work. I'm going to save this as, yes, but I'm going to save it as, what do I want to call it? Because this is not going to be the star behemoth version. This is going to be the, I don't know, the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. Yeah, 2025. Star behemoth. Star behemoth in small text. Star behemoth. Okay, that's fine. I can change the rest later. So we have that. What letters can we steal? We're going to need an S. We're going to need a T. We're going to need an R and an A. We're not going to need a B. No B's. Get rid of that B. Look at that. I'm just erasing the B. Because there's no B in the darkest of the Hillside Thickets, so we don't need it. It's gone. Gonski. Get the heck out of here. Yep. I feel like, what happens if I get rid of the effects for now? That's fine. Okay. Let me do it this way. Let me grab it. Nope. This didn't work. Come on, lasso tool. Oh, that's why. Gunk, 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 gunk. There is an H. There is an E. There's no M. There's no M in the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. This much we know. It's not the markest of the Hillside Mickets. Is that everything? Yeah. Almost missed a tiny spot. The darkest of. There is an O. All right, cool. So using these as a guide, this S is crazy big. Let's get rid of that. Let's get our H. Oh, it's so close. Is there another H? There's another H. It's a funny H, though. We'll use the regular H. Again, this is just a guide. It's just saving me work by copying and pasting here. When would come back? Why is it not? Oh, I see what happened. The TH. They kind of touch. The black parts touch. The yellow parts don't touch, but the black parts touch. Okay. And then we have the E right here. Happy to be here. E. We don't have a D, so we'll have to do that. Maybe I'll just draw it in on that red layer. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we don't really need that. We'll figure it out later. Don't need that as a guide. So, let's see. Seems like would be, if it's the same width as all the other letters, then this is the D. This is the D right here, the D. And we got an AR conveniently next to each other. So let's grab them. The DAR. Trying to keep the top line. Actually, I should take all of these and put them right to the top. All the way to the top. That includes you, D. Don't try to get away, you little D. Okay, so there's the D. We don't have a K. So let's draw a K again, roughly the size of, yeah, that's about right. All right, there's the K. Da 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 da. The dark. We got an E and we got an S. Happy days. The dark. Let's get rid of these. Hello, Adam. We're not doing the fun drawing today. We're doing the drawing, the letters today. The boring. Well, I don't know if it's sad, but it's work. It's the work. And then a T. We do like our T in the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. Let me grab that T. The darkest. Get right up there. Get nice and close. And then we ran out of space for the of the. So that's a problem. Okay. Well, let's just pretend we didn't. How would that look like? I guess it would be of, right? If this was the center line here. Let's do a quick. No, why is it not drawing? Oh, I know why. B. In the middle of that E. Here's our center line for that. So I guess I already feel like, because that's going to be, this is an arc. This is the arc. Then we can actually go lower than the center line for the of. Let's say it's of the just roughly, ever so roughly. That's what she said. She said the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. So that's okay. Okay. So if we, and of course, obviously, this one would be lower here. It would be like something like that. So that'd come down to there, and that'd come down to there, and that'd come down to there. And this S would be much, and this A would be less pokey in the bottom. And then I feel like, okay, interesting. We'll need to squoosh them this way. Is what we'll need to do. So I guess we do that now. Let's take everything, and we're just gonna even like that. I'm gonna put them right up to the tippy top. And I think something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Since it's midnight, I just popped in to say hello before I go lay down. Thank you. But I do like watching you do lettering. Yes, the brightest of the mountainside glens. Exactly, exactly. So great. So we have that. We don't need an O. There is no O in the darkest of the hillside thickets. I could get rid of that O. Although it's kind of useful. Maybe we'll use that for the C. Okay. Let's use that for the C. So where's the hillside thicket? So this is at the very bottom. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, no, where are you? Yeah, let me move that to the very bottom. And then we can pull up. Stretch it up a little bit, I think. Should be fine. I think? Yes? Does that make sense? Okay. Let's move all of this over. Here, let's use our... Yeah. Oh, no. It's because... Here, let me put them in a group. And then we can do that with the group, right? Are you going to let me this time? No, why don't you? Why is you don't let me? Here, let me select. There we go. No! Why? That's annoying. It doesn't let you, but it did before. Am I wrong? Am I going crazy? I just want to... Oh my God, why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me, Photoshop? You're a pain. You're a royal pain. Okay. I guess I do it manually. By eye. So, okay, great. So now our new borders, edges, would be there. But I still feel like, is that enough room for the... I really need some water. I did a whole bunch of talking today. How am I doing for time? 42 minutes. I did a presentation. I was on a panel at a convention about storytelling without words, visual storytelling without text or dialogue, and that was fun. But there was a lot of talking, and I didn't think to bring a drink with me, and I don't even know if I've had a drink since I got home from it. So I'm a little bit parched, and that's my own fault. Okay, so. So we're going to take this O. There is an O. It's in of the, but that's fine. We're going to put it here. See, here's the problem. The top is going to be, the letters in the top are going to be wider than the ones in the bottom. Unless I use my artistic license, which I can absolutely do. But let's just go for it. Okay, so... We already know our... we got another H? We got any H's? Yeah, there's the H right there. I see you, you silly H. Thank you, Adam, for joining us. Have a great sleep. Maybe I just need to start right at the edge here with that. And the I, let's just steal part of this T for now. And I guess it gets its own layer. H-I... we don't have an L, so we'll... and I guess the I can... like I said, we do have the black border touching. But we don't have an L. So we'll draw in an L. Yeah. L. Something like that. Move it over here. Make another L. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Those two L's next to each other. Maybe we do some artistic license there. Let me grab that S. Again. I feel like I'm gonna have to redraw each and every one of these letters, and that's just the way it's gonna be. So hill, side, another I. Yeah, let me merge these. Let me merge that. Let's bring the effects back. Can I? Yes, that's a cool. That's a cool. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Give me that eye again. I'll just take another piece of this tea. Hillside. Do we have a D? Yes, in the darkest. So I'll just borrow that. Borrow that D from the darkest. Hillside. And an E we have. Let's take this E. Hillside. Cool, cool, cool. I think it's TH. Let's take the TH. I need a little more space. And then we need another I. Do I have an I separated here? Yes, that's an I. Duplicate that layer. We all live in a capital I. Remember that Sesame Street song? One of my favorites. And I think we decided that the O, which for some reason got lowered. That's annoying. What's that? That's another I, so let's merge those I's. Let's merge the E. Hillside Thickets. Okay, let's take all. Oh, this one. This one needs to be on its own layer. Actually, I'll just delete that one. We know where it is. We don't care. Okay. So let me take these. Is everything gonna? Yeah, the top's gonna go up too, so I don't like that. All right, that's annoying. I guess I'm just gonna have to rebuild that O, because thickets. This is gonna be our C. Let me, I don't know, something like that. There's a C. Look at that. We just made a C. We got another K, and we are close to where we want to be. So, thick and an ETS, which is almost the EST over here. So maybe we just grab that, and we'll be satisfied. Oops, wrong layer. The darkest of the hillside thickest. And again, as you can see, even... yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some work. But that's fine. Because that is too... what's on layer? Oh, that's the L. Okay. Let's make our... There's another magenta. Let's merge that. What's this? There's another magenta. And this is all magenta. Okay, so all the magentas on one layer. But all I need to do is take the bottom layer. Oh, it's not at the bottom. Oh my God, what a dummy. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We can fix it. We can fix it. All right, and then let me take this. Cut. So this is... God, I'm confused. I'm confusing myself with... Whoops. Nope. Okay. Okay, that's the other file. I'm going to turn that off. That stays. That stays. I think we merge all these layers. Yes, okay. I'm going to cut. Or I guess I can just move it to the bottom. So let's say, yeah, that's a problem. Let's say If I just shrink it normal like, let me grab, actually, I've lost my, this is the bottom. God damn it. God damn you, Snow. How do I want to do this? I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut. I'm going to paste. So now this is the Hillside Thickets. Okay, great. And then I need that layer. Okay, so those two are together. Now if I bring them down all the way to the bottom, it's way too wide. So my options are just squoosh it and keep the height. Like squish it this way. But even so, it still seems like it's way too... I don't know. How do I want to do this? Like, yeah, okay. Oh, no. Okay. I think it's kind of, sort of coming together. If that is, in fact... I want to make them... They don't have to be exactly the same height and exactly the same width, the letters, but if they're close, it's better. So that is pretty close. So let me get rid of that. And this is, and we can see a rough, let me bring this back. We can see, we can see a very rough, oops, delete, am I not deleting it? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer, delete. You can see a very rough version of how it would look. Which I think, I mean, now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of, I kind of like how some letters are pink and some letters are yellow. Yellow. But let's imagine, yeah. Let's imagine, let's make it all yellow. Let's turn this magenta into yellow. And this magenta into yellow. And let's put another L over here. My microphone's in the way, I can't see what I'm drawing. So I don't know how I'm going to do these L's. But we could... What do we compress? Maybe this T. Maybe this C. The E's definitely, I think, can be a little compressed. We need more room for the L's. Yeah, so let me try this. The D, I think, actually also can be a little. So let's just squoosh that. Squishy, squishy. Hillside and the L's. What am I going to do about you crazy L's? You crazy L's. You crazy L's. Sometimes I don't know whether to kiss you or to kill you. All right. Roughly something like that. And the D. Oh, that deadly D. You silly old D. Okay, so that's... we already got a little bit more room. I think the S can actually also be... Where are you? Where are you, you silly old S? Okay. Yeah, capital I, though. Everyone loves capital I. What's happening? Not... Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, so... Is this the right layer? Is this the right... This is my layer. This is Hillside Thickets. Hillside. Why don't I just merge all the layers? Quit being a silly old silly person. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to continue to be a silly old silly person. Okay. God, I'm dying here. Okay, so this is what's the... Okay, yeah. There we go. That's what I want. I want to grab this S, squish it just a little bit. I feel like also it's too tall for some reason. There we go. We'll just do that. Yeah. Bring that. Here, let me get rid of this. bring that. Actually, let's do something fun. Let's say that the t-shirt is forest green. Is that forest green? Something like that. It doesn't really work with the color scheme, but we don't care. Actually, let's... maybe we do care. Let's just say it's 50% gray. Okay, perfect. Perfect! Now, we can take this E and mess around with the E. We can make it taller. We can make it taller. We can make it more fun. But I don't really want to... Yeah, we might have to... Okay. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to... Might have to make some adjustments in the drawing as well. Because I don't want to. Like, for example, like these L's, if I can either get rid of these rocks in the drawing so they don't interfere with the L's, or I just adjust the L's. I need to deselect and make them not touch and just make them shorter. And this eye would just be shorter. Where's my eye? This eye would just be shorter. Where's my eye? So it doesn't touch the monkey tail. It might end up looking a little bit weird. But, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess. So with that E, I think I'm happy with that E. I can bring the entire thickest over here a little bit. And that K is going to have to come as well. Yeah. Where's that K? Give me that K. K. I think that K actually does need a lot of room. But the E's, that E, I can go even skinnier on the E. So let's do that now. It's, come on now. Come on. Let's go even more skinny on the E. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll plump up the main line. Like, for example, this part here. Oops, I'm on gray. The main horizontal bar, make that a little thicker. But I'll worry about that later. Later. Okay. And we can maybe do some interesting things with the T and the H here. Let me see. Where do we want the rub? Let's make it the tip of the monkey's tail. Or the edge of the monkey's. There's the edge of the monkey's tail. And then we'll go just down a little bit to give it a bit of a margin. And that'll be our general guide for the letter height. So if we take this T and let's take the T, bring it over here maybe, stretch it up a little bit. And then this H, I can almost do like Star Wars things where the letters are connected just at certain points. Possibly. I think that works for that. Do some redraws on it, but for now it's fine. The I, the C. Somebody's messaging me. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool with the I and the C. And this K, we're going to rock the K. We're going to rock it. Make it tall. Make it thinner? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. And then the E, as we said before, we can squoosh that horizontally. Like maybe there-ish. And that gives us a little more room for the S and the T. The S and the T. Let me grab this S. I don't know why this S is so big. Actually, I probably do know why. But let's... Yeah. Okay, and just the black parts are touching. Just the black parts are touching. And then here we are, the final... Oh, actually, while we're here, let's put the letters in the right order, actually. How about them apples? So, T. And then S. S at the end of words is always a good time. S. Yes. Yes to S. I say yes to S. So let's... I don't know, just... yeah. Ever so roughly. I'm on the wrong layer. This layer. Let's just put a super quick black line around some of these things. Come on now. Right. Just to see how it works. I feel like the L's are a little bit cramped, so maybe that's... And the I is not touching the S, but it could and should be, probably. And the K. The K. The big, beautiful K. Something like that. So let's move this S. Bam. Closer to the I, so it's touching the I, and that will give us more room on the for the L's. And then since it's now closer to the monkey, we'll squish it down a bit. Okay, let's grab both of the L's and stretch both of them out. Just a hair. And I feel like that should be... What happened here? Oh, wrong layer. Okay, I can hear my wife is off the phone with her mom now, so... That was kind of my deadline I was giving myself. Not that it's super important, but... It's probably time. Getting close, time to take the dog out. So, if we zoomed out... Way out. Bring that the darkest of the Hillside Thickets. I still feel like the bottom letters are kind of like almost an afterthought compared to the top letters. So, oh, but we can, here we go. Don't need that one. That's the top. And that's the top only. Okay, so let's take these two. And now I can actually... stretch them out a little wider. Does it help? Not super much. Yeah. But that's there's some progress. I feel there's some progress was made. Let's put this goes over top of there. And then let's just, for showcasing purposes, I'll put this on my social media to prove that some things are happening. The darkest. You know, to get people excited about the shirt. The shirt will be coming soon. Coming soon! It's a Thicket shirt. Where's this one? Must be this one, yeah. Something like that. Of the something like that. It looks like, I don't know why I thought of the Flintstones suddenly. But something like that. Let's make it black again. Let's make the black background back black. Yeah. Where's my effect? There's supposed to be an effect. A layer I can turn on and off. But it seems to be gone now. So, maybe we just don't worry about that right now. Thanks for joining me, James and Adam. Where's the... This is the one. So let's get rid of this line so it doesn't confuse people. And I will sign off for the day. Progress has been made. More progress tomorrow. I also have to continue working on my gargoyle mecha design. Let's just imagine that this is taller. Would that be weird? It definitely makes it more visible. But I feel like I would still need to make this group smaller, which means it's quite small now. Don't know why. I really don't know why. There we go. Nope. Let me try now. Nope. Don't know why that's happening that way. Maybe I just nudge everything over. God damn it. Damn you! Nudge. Maybe I just nudge it over with the group. Right? That's working. Maybe I just do it. Maybe I just eyeball it. It doesn't look right for some reason. I don't know why. Did I mess something up? No, it seems okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there was the old one. Okay. So, I guess that's all for today. I'm not super satisfied with how this turned out, but I'm gonna sleep on it, and I shall bid you a fond farewell until next time. Yeah. Aye, aye, and goodbye. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the internet.